Hey guys, today I'm just gonna be working and changing the oil on this truck. So I'm just doing a basic oil change on a 2014 Silverado. It's the 5.3, the newer engine. So it's a bit different than your standard VTEC that they've had for years. So here it is, guys. So if you guys have seen my videos before, or you've been a subscriber for a little bit of time, you've seen my truck. This is it. It's a 2014 Silverado crew cab Z71. It's got the 5.3, their newer engine in it. I just picked up oil for it, and it was on sale at Canadian Tire, so you got to take advantage of that. So it's the Castrol Edge. It's got to have the Dexo symbol on it, and it's 0W20, which is a high viscous oil. It's an expensive oil, I'll tell you that, but this thing requires 8 liters of it, so it's been an expensive oil change. It was a bit of an eye-opener the first time I got an oil change with it, but as I said, got that. Just showing you here, this is the engine. There is plastic covering on everything like all new engines, but the lid to put it in is right here. As it says, Dexos 0W20, and it requires 8 liters. I've already been a little frazzled because the last person who changed this oil decided to impact wrench the oil nut on. And for any of you guys that have changed your oil before, you know that that's not exactly fun when you gotta hand crank that out. I did impact it off as a last resort. I hate doing that because it rounds the nut, but what can you do? So this is where you fill it. Take the nut off first, then take off the oil filter, and call her a day. This is the Fram oil filter here that it is. Where is it? It's the exact one, so if you guys have the exact truck, you can easily copy the numbers. Kind of focusing in here just a second just so you can see them all. It's not too complicated, but I'll take you guys under and show you what's here. I have these, man, I can't remember the company. I believe these are vice grips or lock. Oh frig, I can't even remember. Anywho, they're made in America. They're an oil filter wrench. The best ones I've ever used. When I bought them, I was kind of a little shocked that I think they were $40 or something, but by far the best ones I ever used, American made. If you guys see them, I would get them, even though it's an expensive tool. If you have any plans on changing oil, a good set of these can save a lot of frustration. I never liked those metal ones, those tin ones that wrap around and you flex it. They never seem to work for me. So I use these. I really like them. I cannot remember the company for the life of me right now, but you'll see them in Canadian Tire or wherever you get your oil changed or get your parts and stuff. They always have them. So one thing I will tell you on this truck that I'm not really a super fan on is how low it is under the carriage. And any old truck I used to be able to just slide under with pretty good ease. I'm a thin guy, and I'll tell you, it really frickin' is tight back here, but we'll see if we can get her in here. So first thing you want to do is locate your oil filter. As you can see here, there's a black pan that sticks under, and the nut is right there off the black pan. Sorry, I've got a few crap things here around, but that's where it is. So what you want to do is I take off the oil filter first. Get your, if I can find them here, get those pliers that I just showed you, and just literally ratchet them off with these things. Get it tight, ratchet it off, and that takes out a little bit of oil. Once that's off, once that flows off, you got to get this nut off, and this will take out the remaining amount of oil. I'm just doing this for display purposes. I already have that off. Like, this has already been off once. I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like. That nut will be in all the way when you see it.
The guy, whoever did this last oil, as I said, I'm not really a fan of because he impacted it on, so it was a bit of a bugger under here to get it off, but we got it off. Throw that in there. You need some sort of container to drain it into, and then that way you can get rid of it. I clean off up here. I wipe that right off and clean that right up, so that when I put the new filter on, it's clean, and it makes it put a little oil on the gasket so it's clean, and then you're all good to go. So once we're at this stage here, where it's all emptied out and the oil filter is off, as you can see, you can wipe this off, clean this off, and then put new oil on the new ring. And I've wiped the nut that goes in here because it's got a little gasket on it, and put new oil on that too. Once those are sealed up, use your wrench to hand tighten it, maybe a half turn past where it stops, and the nut, just hand tighten it enough, maybe another half turn on that too. So that's what I typically do. That should seal it up, and then you can start adding oil. So this is what we're left with. I cleaned all the surfaces, including the inside of this nut and around the area, and then cleaned all the surface around where this grips on, hand tightened it on, and then 3/4 of a turn, as it says on here, with my wrench. So we're all cleaned up, and now we can just start putting oil in. As I said before, this one takes 8 liters. If you're looking for this under and you don't have a lot of experience with cars, this would be where your engine is, and this is your oil pan that holds the bottom of the oil so that it recirculates it in. GM kind of made it nice here because it's a different color, so it's easy to see. So this is black and this is more of a silver color on the engine, and then the filter's right here, and it's really close to the nut, so it's for easy convenience when you're changing the oil. So I just finished pouring the fluid in. It's 1 3/4 of one of those, so 8 liters is what it's calling for, and that should be enough, a little less, just under enough to do part of next time's oil change. So I got the filter on. I'm just about to put the cap on. It's kind of got a little bit of suction there, suction cup or something like that. So that's on. We should be good. A little bit of oil spillage is pretty much inevitable. I don't care what anybody says, but it is. So it's all in. I threw a little extra in just to account for a little spillage. And now I just gotta turn on the truck and change the oil button. So I'm just hitting on the buttons here. You can see it's here. I just hit it 1, 2, 3, and then this button right here, which is your right, you hit that, and it should do this. And I'm gonna reset it, and now it's 100% oil change. I hope that helped, guys. Take care, keep farming, keep having fun.